As always, please silence your cell phones. No recording of the news conference on your cell phones. And provide your name and affiliation when we start asking questions of the student athletes and Coach Bianco. Mike, give us an overview, please.
Tough one to lose, but I thought probably from your perspective and from a fan's perspective, it was a heck of a college baseball game, and well played on both sides, and certainly well pitched on a day where I thought maybe the ball was flying a little bit better than it normally does here. So it'll tell you, how good all the guys that touched the mound pitched today. But tough for us, obviously, when you have the opportunity to chance. To win it maybe at the end. But credit them. Smith and Taylor were terrific, I thought, and not just to our left-handers. I thought the difference, he pitched really well to our left-handers, but, the right-handers didn't do much. I mean, we ended up with 5 hits, and Kemp had 3 of them. So just a tough day. And got to play better tomorrow.
Okay, let's open it up for questions for the student athletes. Raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you. As everybody's just jumping right up and doing it. Okay, right here. Correct.
Nick Suss with the Clarion Ledger. Peyton, you've been in this locker room a long time. Just kind of what was the reaction there after the game, and what's kind of the message heading forward into tomorrow?
We've been in these situations for a while now. It was bittersweet, just that game right there. We didn't play our best baseball. I think they just played an overall better game than us. But, I can't promise you the outcome of tomorrow's game, but I can guarantee you, we're not scared and we're not going to back down. And this is nothing new to us.
Okay, right here.
Austin Elders with the Rebel Walk. Guys, a lot of nasty breaking stuff from the pitchers tonight. Just kind of talk about what you guys were seeing up there, how he was attacking you, and what made it so difficult to put the ball in play tonight.
For me, he was just trying to – last time we played them in the regular season, they were just trying to attack me with fastballs, and so that's what I went up there, and that was my approach tonight, is just to hit the fastball and try not to get behind, so I didn't see their good breaking ball stuff.
Peyton?
Kind of like Coach said earlier, we had 5 hits. Kemp had 3 of them. Obviously, their pitchers were throwing really well today, but it is what it is. We'll go tomorrow.
Okay.
Hey, Peyton and Kemp, John Sokoloff at WCBI TV down in Mississippi. Peyton, you mentioned before how you've been in this situation before. I mean, the fact that y'all have fought back so much this season and prevailed so much, do you think that kind of experience will help you in a situation to be as ready as you can tomorrow?
I do. I think, like I said earlier, we've been playing this kind of ball for a long time. Even before the postseason, it kind of felt like it was a must-win situations in all of our games. We have a lot of older guys, in our lineup. And kind of like I mentioned earlier, this is nothing new to us, and we're going to come out firing, yeah.
Okay, any more questions for the student athletes? I guess not. Guys, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Okay, questions now. And we'll start here with Tom.
Hey, Mike. Tom Murphy, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. I'm sure you would want Dylan for the first game of the Championship Series, but it looks like it might set up tomorrow him against Connor Noland. So maybe 2 aces going at it. That's a pretty good setup for tomorrow, wouldn't you think?
Is that your way of asking, are we throwing DeLucia? Yes, we are throwing DeLucia.
Just what do you think of kind of
I don't know who they're throwing, but yes, it would have been nice to start Dylan, on Saturday, but you got to get to Saturday. So, that's not the reason he didn't throw today. It was really to just give him another day of rest, and so he would be at his best. So, it shapes up for a really good game.
Okay, John.
Mike, John Sokoloff, WCBI TV out in Mississippi. Up until that ninth inning, I believe y'all had 3 hits until that point. Did you say anything to your guys in the dugout to try to pump them up or anything like that? And what was kind of your message to try to get things going?
Yeah, we don't do that much often, or we don't do it very often. But no, I didn't bring them up at any point. I grabbed some guys individually, talked about their approach. But again, credit their guys. That's sometimes it's baseball's that kind of game where good pitching usually beats good hitting, and I thought all the guys pitched well, including our guys. Nobody's said anything about that, and I'm surprised not one of the pitchers were sitting here. We had 3 hits going into the ninth, and you guys somehow everybody asked for all the hitters to come here. So Kemp was obvious, but I thought all the guys pitched really well.
Molly, right up here with Rick.
Rick Cleveland, Mississippi Today. Mike, the play at second base is obviously huge. The one that was replayed, that's the winning run in the game. What did you see there?
That's why they have replay. I mean, I saw the board, and again, that's why we challenged it. We thought that Hayden, tagged possibly the finger, but again, they got, I think, 22 cameras, and they got people, and they see different views than we do on the board. So, I don't think it's fair for me to comment on a call. They're doing a great job out there, and it's this is about as smooth as you can do with instant replay. Somebody on TV or somebody saw a different view. I don't know, but it's hard to comment when I see a couple things on the jumbotron.
Okay, Kylie. Yeah.
Jake Thompson, Ole Miss Spirit. Mike, you talked about it a little bit, but it's been a while since Gaddis had gotten a start. Just your thoughts on what he did tonight.
I thought he was terrific, and obviously we have a lot of confidence in our offense, but and this is, again, more credit to Smith and Taylor on their side. But if you would have told me that was going to be the result, that we were going to, run, Gaddis, Washburn, and Doherty out there, and really any of our guys, it doesn't matter, DeLucia. You think you got a good shot of, winning those baseball games. But, credit them. They played a really clean game defensively. They are good defensively. But, I thought Smith and Taylor were terrific today.
Okay, right here with Tom.
Yeah, the 8th inning, Doherty getting out of it with just the 1 run. How big was that? It gave you a chance there. What did you think of that situation?
And really, it was the huge hit by Turner. Before then, once we knew they weren't going to bunt, which we didn't think with Turner, with no sacrifices in the 4-hole. But we pinched Gonzalez a little bit. One, because we thought, if they're not bunting, obviously they're going to ask him to pull the ball. And 2, Doherty's times were a little long to the plate, and we were a little scared Wallace was going to possibly steal the base. So we pinched Gonzalez. And obviously that wasn't a good thing. Turner ends up hitting one through the 6-hole, right off, Gonzo's glove. Then we screw up a bunt defense and, let Lenzilli, get a base hit on a bunt, which, we had a bunt defense called. You're not supposed to have that happen. But then Jack really, I thought got back-to-back strikeouts that were huge. It, really give us a shot in the ninth because it looked like that inning was going to blow up on us.
Okay, Nick.
Nick Suss, Clarion Ledger. Mike, I know you coached in this winner-take-all game in 14. I'm sure you coached in some as an assistant. Just kind of what is the key to getting guys? I know they don't have to be ready. They're going to be amped for a game.
Yeah. It's you got to play well, and we've earned the right to play in that game. We lose this one, but we won the first 2, and that gives you the right to do that. And as what's already said, we got our ace going. If you would have asked, 4 or 5 months ago in February, would you like this opportunity to have your ace on the mound and a winner-take-all to get you to championship series? Everybody would say yes. And so, rather than look at, what happened tonight, I think the thing is to flush this and to look forward to tomorrow with an opportunity to win and stay alive and be one of the, last 2 teams, competing for a national championship. So rather than, woe is us, how about looking at what a great opportunity we have tomorrow?
Okay, this will be the last question, John.
Mike, I know obviously anything can happen in one game, but similar to kind of what I asked Peyton when y'all were playing with your backs to the wall at that point at 7-14, and you were acting like, you needed almost every game to get to this point. Do you think that history this season could play any role at all in terms of y'all having so much experience with your back to the wall like that?
You're still in the lead for all the guys and the beat writers, the most questions asked over this run. So and I knew you might ask another one before this is all done. No, John. Yes, you'd hope that you get to this point that those things, those tough the times, the adversity that you go through, makes you tougher, makes you a little persevere, a little more relentless, to be able to handle this. And again, it's disappointing, bases loaded, bottom of the ninth, and we have a chance to win it. And that'll take a little bit of time, tonight to get over it. But I would think that everybody, besides what you've been through, this is what you play for. Their backs are against the wall too. They have to win too. So this is really cool, and you should appreciate the opportunity in the moment and try to be your best at that moment.
Okay, Mike. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're not taking stats, John. So